We have Brendan Stenson from Shaw Industries, the manager of transportation services, coming to the Global Supply Chain Marketing Summit in June to sit on a buyer's journey panel. So, Brendan, what is your role in the buying decisions or the purchasing decisions at Shaw? And then what would you like this audience of supply chain marketing professionals to know to make what you do maybe easier or better?
Yeah, so thanks for asking, Ralph. I will say, so my role is I manage our transportation services group, which is responsible for all of Shaw's domestic outsourced freight, which is really covers truckload, intermodal, LTL shipments. From a buying perspective, and really what we focus on is our procurement process, right? So we have an annual RFP that we go through a process that begins in August and ends towards the end of the year. Hopefully by Thanksgiving, we have final awards out. But that is a major component of, major piece of my responsibilities that consume obviously the majority of the fall. So, when you ask, I guess, what I think that marketing professionals would like to hear in terms of, how that relates to my role, is really, I think, understanding the challenges that shippers probably face when they're trying to develop and encourage core partnerships with both asset carriers and freight brokers. I think far too often we see, we see carriers that are approaching us constantly. I mean, it doesn't matter what, whether it's, capacity is tight or readily available. We're still approached daily with carriers seeking our business, but at the same time, I think they're looking more from a, how can I just get short-term wins as opposed to long-term strategic partnerships. And from our end, from a shipper, we're looking for those long-term partners. So for me, it's how do we find core partners that have network synergies that match with us from a shipper lane perspective. And how can they approach us differently and make me feel comfortable that this is not just another person reaching out trying to get a short-term win. That's our biggest challenge, I think, that we face.
No, that's perfect. And so you're really talking about the relationship and the ongoing capabilities, if you will, and connection with what you're doing, what they're doing, and how you guys can move that forward. So that's great. I really appreciate that. And so does the audience. And for those of you who want to get more information on this and the other things that we're doing at the summit, just go to the Global Supply Chain Marketing Summit.com. We have all the information there, and we will see you at the beach.